Pamela Anderson is a global icon, but her movie career is one of Hollywood's most surprising and unpredictable stories. It's a journey from a blockbuster franchise that spectacularly failed to a legendary cameo that was dangerously real. This is the complete cinematic history of Pamela Anderson. The Taking of Beverly Hills, 1991. Anderson's feature film debut was in this action movie starring Ken Wall. She appeared in an uncredited role as a cheerleader, a blink and you'll miss it part filmed before she achieved worldwide fame on television. Snapdragon, 1993. Her first starring film role was in this direct-to-video erotic thriller, playing an amnesiac woman who may be a killer. The film was part of a popular subgenre in the early 90s and capitalized on her growing fame from Playboy and her recent casting in Baywatch. Raw Justice, 1994. Continuing in the direct-to-video market, Anderson starred alongside David Keith and Robert Hayes in this action thriller. Her role as a prostitute named Sarah helped solidify her early career typecasting in roles emphasizing her sex symbol status. Baywatch, Forbidden Paradise, 1995. This direct-to-video film was, in essence, an extended two-part episode of the television series. Filmed on location in Hawaii, it became a massive commercial hit on the home video market, demonstrating the global power of the Baywatch brand and cementing Anderson's status as its main star. Naked Souls, 1996. Although released in 1996, this sci-fi thriller was filmed earlier. Its release was timed to capitalize on the peak of Anderson's Baywatch popularity and the media frenzy surrounding her marriage to her co-star, Mötley Crüe drummer Tommy Lee. Barb Wire, 1996. This was engineered to be Anderson's major theatrical breakout, a star vehicle based on the Dark Horse comic book of the same name. The film attempted to blend the post-apocalyptic action of Mad Max with the noir aesthetic of Casablanca, a comparison heavily used in its marketing. Anderson performed many of her own stunts, including the wire work for the film's elaborate opening sequence. Despite heavy promotion, the film was a critical and commercial disappointment, winning the 1997 Golden Raspberry Award for Worst Picture and significantly altering the trajectory of her leading lady film career. Scooby-Doo, 2002. In a knowing cameo, Anderson played herself at the start of this live-action adaptation. The scene, which sees her being carried away by a monster after complaining about her public image, was an early example of her willingness to engage in self-parody on screen. Pauly Shore is Dead, 2003. Appearing as herself again, Anderson was one of many 90s-era celebrities who cameoed in this mockumentary about comedian Pauly Shore faking his own death to reignite his career. Baywatch, Hawaiian Wedding, 2003. This made-for-television film served as an official reunion and finale for the original Baywatch universe. It brought together much of the original cast, including Anderson, to resolve character storylines and was broadcast on Fox as a nostalgic event for fans of the series. Scary Movie 3, 2003. Anderson participated in what would become one of the most memorable opening scenes in the parody franchise. Starring opposite Jenny McCarthy, the scene spoofed the horror film The Ring and was praised for both actresses' comedic timing and commitment to the absurd premise. No Rules, 2005. In this action film starring wrestler Bill Goldberg, Anderson took on a supporting role. The film had a very limited theatrical release before heading to home video, marking a shift in her career towards smaller parts in independent productions. Borat, Cultural Learnings of America for Make-Benefit Glorious Nation of Kazakhstan, 2006. This remains one of Anderson's most famous and discussed film appearances. The entire plot of the mockumentary culminates in Borat's attempt to abduct and marry her at a book signing. While Anderson was in on the premise of the stunt, the chaos that ensued was largely real, as her security team was not informed of the specifics. She reportedly chipped a tooth during the frantic chase, and the fallout from her then-husband Kid Rock's negative reaction to the film became a widely reported pop culture event. Blonde and Blonder, 2008, co-starring Denise Richards. This comedy was a throwback to dumb blonde buddy films. Produced in Canada, the film was a passion project for Anderson, who also served as an executive producer, but it received a direct-to-video release in the United States. Superhero Movie, 2008. In another brief cameo for a parody film, Anderson played the Invisible Girl. Her appearance was a quick punchline, continuing her trend of leveraging her celebrity for comedic effect and genre spoofs. Costa Rican Summer, 2010. She played a supporting role in this surfing-themed comedy, another instance of her taking smaller parts in low-budget independent films during this period of her career. The People Garden, 2016. Marking a significant departure, Anderson took a role in this experimental art house mystery film. Playing a fictionalized version of a model-turned-actress, her appearance signaled an interest in working on more abstract, director-driven projects far removed from her established persona. The Institute, 2017, Anderson appeared in a supporting role in this period thriller set in the 19th century, co-directed by and co-starring James Franco. Baywatch, 2017. In a tribute to her most iconic role, Anderson made a non-speaking slow-motion cameo at the end of the big-screen adaptation of the television series. Her appearance, alongside David Hasselhoff's, served as a symbolic passing of the torch to the new generation of lifeguards. SPF 18, 2017. In this Netflix teen romance film, Anderson took on the unusual role of a narrator and ethereal muse, guiding the story from afar and further exploring non-traditional parts. Nicky Larson et le Parfum de Cupidon, 2018. Appearing in the French action comedy based on the popular manga City Hunter, Anderson played a glamorous celebrity client. Her involvement was a key marketing element for the film in Europe, demonstrating her lasting international appeal. The English title is City Hunter and the Cupid's Perfume. Alone at Night, 2022. In this horror film, Anderson played the supporting role of the town sheriff. A notable production fact is that the film was conceived and shot during the COVID-19 pandemic, with its themes of isolation reflecting the circumstances of its creation. Pamela, A Love Story, 2023. A feature-length documentary about Anderson's life and career released on Netflix. Although she appears as herself, it's a significant self-reflective project marking her legacy in media. The Last Showgirl, 2024. Anderson stars as Shelley Gardner, a longtime Vegas showgirl facing the closure of her review. The film was shot in only 18 days, under 90 minutes in length, and uses vignettes to reflect a fading era. Anderson's performance earned her Golden Globe and SAG Award nominations, representing her first major acting nominations, and redefining her from tabloid figure to seriously acclaimed actress. The Naked Gun, 2025. In the legacy sequel to the iconic Naked Gun series, Anderson plays Beth Davenport, alongside Liam Neeson as Frank Drebin Jr. Filming began in May 2024 and wrapped in June, with the film releasing in theaters August 1, 2025. It has thus far grossed $99 million against a $42 million budget. Her casting was confirmed in April 2024, and the film is hailed as a faithful continuation of the original franchise. In the end, Pamela Anderson's films tell a fascinating story about fame itself. Her cinematic legacy is not that of a conventional movie star, but of a true cultural icon who crafted an unforgettable career entirely on her own terms.